Hello guys, it's Will Lin back with another week of NFL prize picks. We are now in week 9 of the NFL season, going to be giving away some picks here. If you guys are new to DFS Army, do make sure to check out our website where we are giving away a free month of VIP membership. If you are new to PrizePicks, the Underdog, and some other sites as well, all of that info can be found on our website down below in the description. And all of these picks, they're also going to be posted in our Discord channel. PrizePicks and Underdog going to be giving picks for both of those. NFL, of course, the usual other sports like NBA that I do post stuff in there. But for this video, we're going to be going over 5 props that I really like for this week of NFL. Going to be 4 running backs and 1 quarterback. So let's get right into it. Once again, the way that I play PrizePicks, I'm pretty much sticking to 2 picks, and I use 1 core pick or multiple core picks if there are a lot of good plays, but going to be using that core pick a lot, putting kind of your the most money on that prop. And that prop for this week going to be a passing, rushing, receiving touchdown prop. That is Aaron Jones at 0.5 touchdowns. Going to be taking the over on this one against the Detroit Lions here. The Lions, they just seem to be in a lot of high scoring games. The Packers, they don't throw the ball a ton, and that's because they just don't have the same talent at the wide receiver position, tight end. So they're relying on Aaron Jones a ton, AJ Dillon. They just want to kind of keep it through their running backs, run their offense that way. And this game, it should be high scoring, just like how it is for Lions games, especially when it's at Detroit. And looking at DraftKings odds for sportsbooks, Aaron Jones, he is a minus 175 for a touchdown, which is honestly insane that we even have this prop posted on PrizePicks, because it's 137 minus 137. That's supposed to be where you're trying to find or is the equivalent to how PrizePicks pays out for their picks. So a minus 170 pick is just insane. The matchup, of course, that's already factored into the odds, but Aaron Jones just is probably going to be removed. So I would definitely make sure to get this pick in ASAP. Now, the second play, it's going to be a fantasy score play. And we're going to be looking at Dion Jackson, 14.5, taking the under, the less on this one. So the Colts, they're going to be without Jonathan Taylor, Naheem Hines. But Dion Jackson, we saw this week 5, week 6, when the Colts, they had a lot of injuries at that running back position. And they had Philip Lindsay on the active roster. They're going to have him again. And Lindsay got about 35% of the snaps for both of those weeks. So Dion Jackson, he's gonna be leading, be the starter here. But the thing is, this game, it is pretty gross. It's gonna be just a very run heavy game. And if you look at the total here, this game, it only has a 40 over under, 40 total, which is insane. It's in New England. New England's favored by 5.5, so probably not going to be seeing a lot of run plays in the second half, I would say. And Dion Jackson, for a running back, he doesn't really have good touchdown odds, plus 165, which for a running back, usually you're going to have higher odds than that. But, without Jonathan Taylor, with a weaker quarterback, I'd say it's just a little bit too high of a projection. So taking the under for Dion here, 14.5 as the second favorite pick. And then the next one's going to be Rashad White. Rushing yards, make sure you select the right one there. 16.5, taking the over for Rashad White. He is currently 18.5, and that is minus 166 over on Pinnacle. So it kind of is 3 yards off. And when it is a lower prop, a lower number like this, 3 is a number that really does matter. Now, the Rams, they're a tough defense. We know how it is, but the Bucks, they've been giving Rashad White a ton of work. It just keeps increasing. Leonard Fournette, kind of an older veteran there, and it seems like they're kind of trying to roll with the younger guy. This is the rookie. They want to give White more touches, and his props, they kind of seem to just be increasing the lines every week because he is just getting more work. So this is kind of more of an odds play, but also the role that he's in, he's been seeing more work. So it makes a ton of sense here. So he's going to be a third play. And then this one might be kind of gross, but Justin Fields, gonna be taking an over for him. 220.5 passing and rushing yards going over or more for him there. And as we take a look at our PrizePicks NFL tool, this is what is included, offered on our site. And consensus odds, these are the odds straight from Sportsbook, so it's automatically already populated here on the tool. And you can see in this category, Justin Fields, he's right here. His PrizePicks line is at 220.5, but consensus, it's at 227.5. So you're getting a 7-yard discount. And when you look at the matchup, because we can also just directly play the odds, but the matchup, which is already factored in, the matchup actually isn't bad. Miami, they're also kind of a team that just gets into a lot of shootouts. Now, anytime that you're playing Chicago, you're on either side. Chicago games, they just are not going to be high scoring because the Bears, they don't throw a lot, so it's going to be slow paced. In this game, it only has a 46.5 total, but I really shouldn't be saying only, because with the way the Bears run their offense, this is a pretty good high total already. You look at some of these other games like the Bills, I know it's the Jets, but that's lower. You have some 49.5 games here. But for a Bears game, they're playing at home. This is a pretty solid total and a 4.5 spread only. So Justin Fields, he should be able to run the ball. That's basically what they do. Him, Montgomery, and Khalil Herbert. So I like it. And then if they are going to be down, they'll throw it. So with that discount built in, I do like Justin Fields at 220.5. When you look at the Miami Dolphins defense against the rush for quarterbacks, they have played Lamar Jackson and Josh Allen, but they've played some pocket passers in like Mac Jones, Zach Wilson. So it kind of balances out, I would say. And when you look at a matchup in the Dolphins where they allow actually a ton of yardage for quarterbacks rushing, I think this is definitely a pretty solid play for Justin Fields. If you're ever going to play him, he has looked better. The Bears offense looked better against the Cowboys. So Miami, their defense, it's really not anything that we should be scared of. So I think this is a week that we could go to Fields, but he is my 4th pick. So lower confidence in all the other picks. And then the 5th and final pick, I know he didn't hit last week, but that's just not how you should really be looking at this. Antonio Gibson, 11, going with the under for this one. He was actually not favored to, or he wasn't going to be the starter, but because of what happened to Brian Robinson, they have JD McKissick, that Gibson, they don't like him as a starter because he has a ton of fumble issues, and it's kind of a 3-way split right now. So when you have Brian Robinson getting the rushes and then JD McKissick being a threat to the passing game as a passing option, like Gibson kind of is just in the middle between that, and at 11, he kind of needs a touchdown, I would say, because he's not going to get enough work. Like, this is a player profiler, Antonio Gibson. His snap share with Brian Robinson back, it's really low. The carries are down. The routes ran, he ran 11 routes and he got 7 targets, caught all 7, 77 total yards. This is not going to happen again, especially when you have JD McKissick. The matchup for this week is the Vikings. They're a very good rush defense, actually. They are among the best at limiting fantasy points to opposing running backs. So, this matchup, I just think this is not really a good one for the Commanders. And 11, this is because of what he did last week. He scored a touchdown. He was 7 for 7 in the air. That is not what Antonio Gibson is. This is not the role that the Commanders want to give Gibson. So, going to go with the under here. I think him and Fields are kind of even in terms of confidence. But again, I'm going to say that Aaron Jones is the best play. Dion Jackson, he's second. I would say, he pretty good as well compared to Aaron Jones. But just when you have the odds for a touchdown prop compared to fantasy score where you don't have odds, I'm going to take a -170 prop any day. So Aaron Jones is going to be the favorite for this video. And that is going to be the 5 picks for this week. Thank you guys for watching, and see you.